Yo, what's going on, people? My name is Aaron and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we are reviewing this high evo lockdown deck. I've kind of added a couple of cards to myself and I saw it floating around Twitter, and I think this is a really solid deck. So guys, without further ado, before we get into a card by card breakdown, if you are new to the channel, please click that subscribe button, please leave a like, leave a comment, and yeah, it will really help the channel out. Try to hit 700 subs then 1,000. But as I said, let's get into a card by card breakdown and let's review this deck. Guys, before we go any further, we have a quick little upgrade for you guys, a little variant infinite split to see if we can get our first inked or gold of Jeff. So let's have a look and see what it is. Whew, I've got loads. This is my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11th split and I've not got gold or inked. This has to be the one. Come on. Still don't get it. My 12th split without ink or gold on this Jeff. Unbelievable. The premise of this deck is to like shut down a lane by using either Storm or Professor X. So they're two vital cards to this deck because, as the name of the deck, you want to be locking down a lane. But to pair up with these cards, we've got cards that you can build up power and actually take power from your opponent. So for example, if you know you've got Storm or like Professor X in one of your hands, let's say Storm, you could then whack like Sunspell or Nebula down in a lane that you know you want to play Storm in, and from there you can then put Sunspell on Nebula, and you know once the location's been locked down, they can build up power for you, no problem. You can either put Jeff into that location as well, because you can place Jeff anywhere, and Jeff is just a great card for that. You could also even, after you play Storm, get Cyclops in there. Now with the pairing of High Evo, if you're unfamiliar with it, when you end a turn with unspent energy, you can afflict 2 random enemies here with -1 power. So if your opponent does play into your Storm lane and you have Cyclops down, if you keep on not using your full energy, then Cyclops will just keep on taking down little by little of your enemy's power, which could win you that lane. You also have the pairing, as I said, with Professor X, and everything I just explained with Sunspot, Nebula, Jeff and Cyclops will work in the Professor X lane. The addition to Storm and Professor X for this deck is having KLAW. So KLAW is the location to the right, has +6 power. So you want to be playing Storm in like the middle lane, so you want to play Storm or Professor X in the middle lane or in the right lane. And it's just so that you can play KLAW and use his ability to the maximum efficiency. If you play it to the left and you lock down a lane and you win it, no problem, that's fine. If you're confident in it, do it. But I would say, to be safe, just to play it in one of the right lanes, just to having that ability for KLAW. In addition, for this deck, we have some big cards that can bring additional power, such as we have Wave. If you wave on turn 5, you can restrict your opponent to playing 1 card, and if you know you're already locked down a lane, and then you can win that other lane just based on power. That power could be from Hulk, and we know that Hulk paired with High Evo gets +2 each turn on any unspent energy, so you could be whacking down a crazy Hulk. And Alioth. Alioth is such a good card for this deck because you don't necessarily have to have the power then. If you're just winning if you're winning your lockdown lane and then you just wave into another lane and you're not that far off, you play Alioth. As long as you don't put Cosmo down, you're pretty much good to go. And Dr. Doom as well is just in case you do have a Storm lane, instead of Professor X, you just want to spread the cost. Let's say if you wave and then Doom, that's a great combo as well. So guys, that is a little review. Let's get into some gameplay. And that is such an easy 4 cubes, and I hope you couldn't even see. You couldn't even see. I was talking through that whole game. I'll give you a quick breakdown of how I just won that game. That was the first game we played after doing that review. So I played Nebula mid, and then I played Jeff right, Storm mid, which got rid of whoever loses the location gets a rock, and then I Cyclopsed mid, which he super scrolled, and then I Professor X right, which he copied with Professor X. So he was losing both lanes and still played it out left, which I then Alioth and won. So that was literally a straightforward first game after giving the review, and it was just so easy. I'm gonna put a Sunspot mid. Snow Guard, interesting. Dark Hawk is crazy. Or Storm, right? Then this round, I think we'll play Cyclops and Nebula. Actually, let's just build up Sunspot. Which then activates Cyclops as well. So this acts as 6. And we go up to 9. And he's gone. And he's gone. Probably couldn't handle it. Got himself in a sticky position, he did. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Now we've got a whole bunch of Jeffs. That's fine. That is no problem. I don't even know who he played mid here. I think this is probably GG though, personally. Yep. Don't see how he wins this. Okay. GG. This deck is dominating, it's doing such a good job. Right, I'm happy with this deck. Interesting. Just so I can try and make sure I get Prio here. He did the same thing as me, but I have Prio. So now we just do the simple Alioth play, and that is GG. That is a simple 8 cubes right there. I wonder if he plays it out. He does. GG, man. I think he's probably going to do the same thing. Taking control of priority is a must. If you don't do that, you're putting yourself at a really big disadvantage at the moment with Alioth in the game. Sunspot mid. Because you never know. You never know. This guy's playing the same deck as me. I reckon he's gonna storm Electro. Okay. Pain. Pain for that guy. See you later, man. See you later. It was close. Well, Sunspot mid, because we're going to storm round 3. Let's Jeff left. Just as we have that ability to actually increase our mid, and potentially right, because we don't even know what that location is. I think he's playing a destroy deck. Yeah, makes sense. Oh damn. Was he playing left then? Venom. Oh, because I don't know where he's getting all that energy from. It's from X23, isn't it? My guy's got energy after energy. I think this might be the play. Where's he gonna go? So he has to play right. He has to play right no matter what. And I'm just gonna Goliath. It's GG. There's no chance he plays this out. As I can imagine, he has a Goliath in his own deck. Oh, he did. Okay. Fair enough. That is again GG. And even though we lost that lane, we just stopped him from being able to play anything else in this lane. We controlled the game from winning these locations to making him play into the location we were going to win with priority. And that worked perfectly, guys. Honestly, this deck is incredible. And once again, Goliath is still destroying the meta. But Professor X and Storm were really kicking it off right there. Didn't really get to use Hulk to his best ability, or Doom. But Wave sure did come in clutch. So guys, if you are new to the channel, please click that subscribe button, please leave a like, leave a comment, and let me know what else you want to see in the channel. So yeah guys, I've been Aaron, you guys have been awesome, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.